Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be creating a Pomodoro Timer. If you don't know what this is, it's a method that helps people stay on task and work more efficiently. You set in the amount of time you want to work for, and then when the timer finishes you have a short break. If you have any video ideas or questions you need to ask, then either write them down in the comments or email me with the email code of zeneb@gmail.com. Now let's get started. To create a Pomodoro timer, we're first going to create a normal timer so we understand the lines and the meanings. Here are the main steps we will be doing to create this timer. We're first going to start the project and make the timer that will count down the numbers of seconds we asked for. We're then going to use a while loop so then the timer doesn't stop counting until it hits 0. And then we're going to calculate the remaining time and print that out. So first here I wrote import time and we're going to start our countdown timer. I'm going to write t equals int input. I'm going to write how many seconds do you want to set the timer for. So this is just going to ask the user and put that answer and input it into the time. Then it's also going to convert it into an integer because right now it reads it as a string. And yeah, so now we're going to make a while loop. So I'm going to write while t, and then I'm going to say, because we want to show the time in minutes instead of seconds, we need to convert the seconds that user inputs into minutes. So to do that, we're going to use for division in Python because it rounds down. So let's say the user writes in 63 seconds, the computer will round it down to 60 seconds. So I'm going to write mins equals t // 60 for for division. Then what do we do with the leftover numbers? Well, we're going to tell the computer to do something and keep the remainders of the numbers. So t 60. Finally, we need to format it together, the minutes and seconds together. So I'm going to write timer equals 2 of these, and then a colon and 2 of these. I'm going to write 02D here, and I'm going to write 02D. And then outside here, I'm going to write format. So the colon 02D means that there's a 2 for the width, 0 for the left padding, and the D says that the value is a digit. So then if we do this twice, then it will come out as a format we want. Now we need to print the timer out. Instead of making a new line for each second that goes down, we're going to want to overwrite the new time on top of the previous one. So I'm going to write print timer, comma, end equals. So this is just going to overwrite the seconds counting down for each line. And then we're going to so the timer doesn't immediately start, I'm just going to write time.sleep for 1 second, and then t minus equals 1. So then the timer counts down. And now to exit out of this while loop, we're going to need to tell the user that it's ended. So I'm going to write print last off. Now I'm just going to format it a bit, make it look a bit better, then get it to count down. And there you go. So now we can understand how to create our timer, and we can use these lines to make a Pomodoro timer. So our Pomodoro will be a 25-minute timer with 5-minute intervals. And our steps to create this are to first set up our project and create a function, use a loop to create 25-minute time intervals, and then create a 5-minute break time. So to start our project, we'll need to use a sound module to create a small alarm so that the user knows when their break is. So we'll need to write in the top from Pygame import mixer. And now we're going to start our Pomodoro timer. So I'm going to first start off with defining everything. So define Pomodoro. And then we're going to tell the user that the Pomodoro starts. Print Pomodoro starts now. Now, as Pomodoro techniques, they usually have 4 25-minute work slots and then 5-minute breaks in between. So we're going to need to make a loop to repeat this 4 times. So I'm going to write for I in range 4. And now we need to make a variable for the time remaining. And to do it, we need to do 25 multiplied to 60. So that means as 60 seconds is 1 minute, and then we times it by 25, we'll make 25 minutes. So I'm going to write t equals 25, 60. And then I'm going to make a loop pretty much the same as the one we did in the start for our timer. And I'm going to convert the time in seconds into minutes and seconds. Then I'm going to format this all out. Then I'm going to print. And there you go. This loop looks like the one we made before. And it works out the times in minutes and seconds using 4 division. Then it formats it to write the minutes, then the seconds. And we also need to overwrite the time, so then we won't have a new line for each second that goes down. And then we need to write the time to go down by seconds. And when the timer ends, we're going to tell the user, and we're going to write print. Now we have the basics. We're going to also add some music, so then the user, just in case they don't realise that the break started, we can just add a little beep so then they can realise and notice this. So I'm just going to initialise the mixer, which we added in at the top, and we're going to have to always initialise it. And then I'm going to load the music up, mixer.music.load, and then now you just need to copy and paste the path names for this. So you're just going to need to copy and paste this up. So I'm going to write this. Now, I downloaded my one off Google, off this website, where it's just loads of alarm clock sounds. I just searched up alarm clock sound free MP3 download, and it pretty came up right in the start. So you just need to download it to your computer or laptop or phone or whatever, and then type it up. Now I'm going to tell the mixer to play it. Mixer.music.play. And then I'm going to write time.sleep for 4 seconds and mixer.music.stop in the end. So now we've done that, we're going to need to make this another timer for the break. It's going to be a 5-minute break, and to make it, we're going to write the same thing we did right here. We're just instead of writing 25 times 60, we're going to do 5 times 60, as this is a 5-minute timer instead. So I'm just going to go ahead and write the code. And there you go. Now I've made my Pomodoro timer. we've just made the timer, and I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. You could just use it in your own time. You're just going to have to save it, and whatever you use to code, you just need to run it there, and it works perfectly. I hope you like this, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.